Peace. You are tuned into Edible Activists with your host and favorite edible activist, Melissa L. Jones. On this show, we honor Black people and their stories in food and agriculture, celebrating legacy, traditions, contributions, and creativity that all stem from the land. So tune in and let's get started. Hey y'all, welcome back to Edible Activists. I am your host and favorite edible activist, Melissa L. Jones, where I amplify the voices of Black folks in food, farming, and activism. As I sit here in my living room on this first day of March, I am thinking about what it means to march forward, to move with purpose, even when the ground beneath us feels unsteady. Because let's be real, the atmosphere is turbulent. Democracy is under attack, and our fundamental rights are constantly being challenged. It's enough to make you want to sit down and check out. And if that's where you're at, that's totally fine. But then I think about my parents and my grandparents, folks who grew up in the Jim Crow South, navigating a world designed to keep them in place. And yet they marched. They built the hill, laid the ramp, and carved out paths so that I and we could stand where we are today. Resistance isn't always loud. It's not just protests in the streets, though those are necessary too. Sometimes resistance is in the quiet, everyday choices we make, supporting local, holding space for stillness, advocating for what is right, and showing up as our whole, authentic selves. However resistance looks for you, keep at it, keep marching. And as we march, we also have to learn to silence the noise because it's a lot of it out there. Rest and recalibrate. Lately, I have been doing that by watching Fresh, Fried, and Crispy, the Netflix series by Dame Drops. Yeah, I know it came out in 2021. But I have made a promise to watch more food series because one day I am claiming this. And as a way to silence the noise, I'm going to have my own show. And you already know what it's going to be about. Black folks, food, and farming. You guessed it. Another way I plan to quiet the chatter is by getting out in nature more. No better way. I haven't started my long walks just yet, but that's my goal. Just waiting for the weather to break more consistently. To create more space and clarity, whether it's park workouts, foraging, or just moving my body in the open air, hoping not to run into a snake, of course. I'm literally taking nature black, reclaiming the outdoors and reconnecting with the land in ways that bring me peace. I remember growing up, my sister and I played outside all day when we didn't have school, no matter the weather. Sweat, dirt, it did not matter, y'all. But we had a ball. Now, I won't be rolling around in the dirt, but I do want to be in harmony with nature more, tapping into that inner child who found joy in simply being outside. And on the topic of nature, I do hope to see you at the Taking Nature Black conference from March 5th through the 8th, whether virtually or in person. It's a space for us to gather, learn, and continue marching forward together. So head on over to natureforward.org to register. Keep marching, keep resisting, and don't forget to take care of yourself along the way. Until next time, the next episode, which I'm amping up those in mid-March, stay rooted, stay present, and let's march forward like our great ancestors have always done. Peace. Thank you for listening to Edible Activists. You can find today's episode on Spotify, iTunes, and Simplecast, and follow along on all social media platforms at Edible Activists for updates. Want to support this platform? You can do so by purchasing our commerce or connecting with me about media partnerships at www.edibleactivist.com. In the words of Baba Tariq Adunu, there is no culture without agriculture. Peace.